In recent years, we have seen quite ridiculous claims and bullshit on the internet. Flat Earth is one of these bullshit. The shape of the world has been discussed since ancient times and it has been concluded that it is spherical, but before reaching this conclusion, people believed that the Earth was flat. For example, according to Hindu cosmology, the Earth's base is in the form of a flat dome and stands on 4 elephants representing directions. These elephants are also in the shell of a giant tortoise. This giant tortoise is also swimming in an endless ocean. Now we ask, why is this belief not widely accepted today? The reason is obvious, since it is inconsistent with science and observation. So, do those who claim that the Earth is flat have any concrete evidence? Like a scaled map of the flat Earth, the maps we use today are to scale and you can find the actual distance by measuring the distances on the map. If flatteners had a scaled flat world map, they would hang it everywhere. For sure, when you point out the inconsistencies in the alleged flat Earth maps, that map is not correct. They are trying to justify, although there is no concrete map, they do not hesitate to defend an absurd idea. But, another point they disagree on is whether the sun is inside or outside the dome. Some say the sun is inside the dome, some say it is outside. How weird, is not it? They are hesitant about something that can be considered the basis of an idea. This video will be the start of a new video series. There is a phrase, it's not news when a dog bites a human, it's news when a human bites a dog, saying. If we adapt this saying to our subject, it is not the one who says the world is a sphere, but the one who says the world is flat. We can say, this video will be the beginning of a new video series. We will reveal the illogicalities of the flat Earth claim. The first subject we will talk about is the rotation directions of the stars seen in the sky. Of course, this rotation is not actually caused by the stars, this is observed because the world revolves around itself. According to the flat Earth, the Earth is fixed and motionless, it does not rotate, they are moving stars. So on the alleged flat Earth map, the direction of rotation of the stars will look the same at all points on Earth, right? But the truth is not like that. We will do an experiment for this. Let's go to the northern hemisphere for this experiment that will collapse. Let's record the stars by centering the pole star. With the long exposure method, the direction of rotation of the stars is clearly revealed. In the northern hemisphere, the stars seem to spin counterclockwise. Let's go to the southern hemisphere to repeat the same experiment. This time let's take the Sigma Octantis star in the center of the screen. As can be seen, the stars seem to rotate clockwise in the southern hemisphere. As you clearly noticed, in different hemispheres the stars seem to move in opposite directions. But is such a thing possible in a flat world? Of course not. Another point that the flat Earth cannot explain is that the size of the moon, which they claim to be in the Earth's atmosphere, does not change as a result of the movement. As you know, objects approaching the observer get bigger due to perspective, while objects moving away from the observer get smaller. However, as you can see, the moon does not change in size during its movement. The third point we will talk about is related to the seasons. According to the flattists, the reason for summer near the North Pole is the sun's orbit close to the North Pole. When it was winter in the same places, the sun was orbiting farther from the North Pole. Now you will see the illogicality here very clearly. As you know, both the summer and winter seasons last 3 months. Now, according to the flat Earth model, how can the time for the sun to traverse the short orbit equal the time to traverse the long orbit? Is the speed of the sun changing? If it's changing, why? Now they can stand up and say, we don't know. How do you explain something you don't know to someone else? My personal opinion is this: trying to spread an understanding that is clearly against science, such as the flat Earth, in our country aims to distance the new generation from science. Whatever you do, science will always win in this eternal war. See you in the next video.